Welcome to the AlbionTV War Report, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is Thursday, the 25th of September, 2025. I am your host, the Chosen One, and I am joined today by Robin Hood, RS, and of course, Bogle, behind the scenes in the camera, and Knobs. We are currently spectating the 14 UTC time slot here on Albion Asia on a 15-minute delay. So if you guys do have reports of live action, please contact us through Discord. Robin, we've got action right away today. This is the group that we didn't get to see fight yesterday, and they're going right for it.
Yeah, they came in swinging a couple minutes early. These guys have been fighting for like the last 3 minutes or so. Looking at my kill feed as I pull it all the way out here, it is very much one-sided, with the Laughing Boulevard laughing all the way to the bank with CTP's loot bags, and they are now pushing outside of the territory. Territory has no walls still. Actually, I take that back. It has one singular door. Don't know why that is a thing, but it's there. But this has been very much one-sided from the get-go, and there is potentially, reinforcements streaming in or re-gears streaming in for CTP as that blob rejoins the fight here. So re-gears, zone next door for HBJ, and that's obviously CTP. Laughing Boulevard, not too sure actually. They may be Limhurst portal re-gearing.
Okay.
Which is only 2 maps away, and you can get here via Invis anyway, so you don't have to worry about getting ganked. But let's see. The bloodbath, shall it continue?
Nice shallow engage there. Doesn't get any kills, but it's effective at slowing this movement. They're getting these hits, Robin. They're being effective. They just got to get some more kills on the board. I mean, I got to change my size here. I can't tell who's killing who right now.
Well, a little invis bomb there on the eastern side with the Hellfire Hands.
They're doing fine.
1 or 2 kills onto Laughing Boulevard.
Yeah, I'm looking at these kill boards as I expand them, Robin. They're doing fine. They're continuing to grind out these kills, aren't they? That expanded all the way. I looked back to before we started the show, and these guys have been doing very good. We were here a little bit earlier when it kicked off, but this is good. Good stuff from Laughing Boulevard today.
Yeah, this is one of 2 territory attacks. The zone southwest is also under attack as well. I didn't see anybody there from the attacker side as of yet, but the defenders were there. Ragnarok was standing there on the territory. So we may have potentially a secondary fight if this one gets cleaned up quite quickly here. But the back and forth continues. Laughing Boulevard, you know, these shallow engagements are really working for them right now, and they're not overextending. They're playing it safe. I like it. They could have done with some walls though. Like, I don't know if they can withstand 55 minutes of this.
Walls will help. Well, I mean, they can if they continue the kill boards in this direction.
Yeah, but CTP are growing.
Yeah, they're getting their numbers up. They're getting their numbers up. But so far, they haven't done anything with those numbers. I mean, you look at the kill board, it's about 40-7. Maybe less than 7, maybe like 5.
Yeah, you're right. But that was obviously right at the beginning when the full forces were not here for CTP. Hey, you know, maybe Laughing Boulevard have it in the tank. You know, we used to watch these guys when they were based right next door to Fort Sterling Portal, constantly fighting over in that region a couple seasons ago. So, you know, these guys are used to fighting outnumbered on multiple fronts. They've been at it for quite a time. So it's not their first rodeo. Where Dragon Blade, on the other hand, for CTB, we haven't really seen much of, but we have seen HBJ, so it's kind of evening out the scales just a little bit here.
Well, let's see how this goes as this progresses. Big push up on the northwest side of our screen here, Robin. I see a couple of deaths here for Laughing Boulevard. There haven't been many of those. And here we go, another 3 going in the other direction again. And it looks like a 4th is on its way, Robin. This is just Laughing Boulevard looking good right now.
Yeah,
they're dealing with this extra pressure.
And we'll see now how they play off the Sentry Mage. Remember, this is a territory conquest. That Sentry Mage is going to be buffed. 50% extra health and 50% extra damage. Sorry about the motorcycle driving past my house. But yeah, we'll see how, you know, Laughing Boulevard utilize that Sentry Mage. It is active right now. It will pump out some tremendous damage. Noise cancellation doing very well there then, Bogo, because that was loud. That was real loud. But yeah, look at this. CTP got a member knocked on their knees here. Wayne 23 will have to suicide and re-gear as he gets knocked to that Sentry Mage. Good timing here with those Cleric Cows as they pop out that little load ice block. They didn't receive any defenses on the way back out. And Laughing Boulevard securing another kill, 2 kills there onto Dragon Blade, but trade comes in, 1 kill secured on the way back out.
Lots of rotating here, not staying in one place. When you stay in one place against a larger force, Robin, that's when bad things happen. But they're going to keep moving, keep hitting different areas, doing a great job of using all the space that's available. Without these walls, these guys can just move freely, and yet we're not seeing CTP move up and engulf this location, which they really should have.
Yeah, and they've kind of backed away here. One little rat here may get picked off. He may make it out alive. But yeah, CTP definitely pulling back here, resetting themselves once again, waiting for those reinforcements to come back to the map. It is just a waiting game. Laughing Boulevard respecting the enemy, not overstepping. Nice little clump. No deletion coming in here. Good defenses coming down for HBJ. That is going to be the stronger force here for CTP Alliance. Dragon Blade here on the south side, just slowly starting to creep in here.
Yeah, they're not working coordinated here from Dragon Blade, Robin. I'm seeing a lot of one-shots. Like, not a lot of good forward momentum with these guys. Not a lot of good catches. Look at this. This forward momentum here. Where was the catch play in that? Where was the clump play? Where was the attempt to make something happen that was deeper than the front line shot? It looks like a bomb squad, not a front line catch.
Yeah, they are not really doing much here.
There's
A little engagement here from HBJ.
Nice. Finally, an engagement by some kind of tank, but not coordinated with the DPS, and they're so slow and so infrequent here, even with these large numbers, Robin, that they're not being able to do it off timing and getting them when their defenses are down. And with significantly more members than the Laughing Coffin here, Laughing Boulevard. Wrong group again. You play with against one guild for years, man, and they get stuck in your head. They were not nice guys. It's like they're rent-free in my brain forever,
I don't even know who they are.
If you don't want to know, actually, I'll tell you after the show. You do want to know. You actually really want to know. Okay.
Well, right now, Dragon Blade getting hammered here once again. Going to lose another member. As CTP once again pulling away here from the final platform level on the territory. One member going for a quick smoke break potentially here. Going to pay the iron price. But yeah, this kill feed has been very heavily dominated here today over the last 15 minutes or so by Laughing Boulevard. Putting on a show here. No walls needed. But look at the flank. It is coming in. Now it is a third front from CTP Alliance on the northeastern side. Chang Guild flanking now on the northeast. So we are now 3 different fronts for CTP. Laughing Boulevard looking to put this northeastern flank to bed, but the Cleric Cows will save the day. Resets coming in. This is going to be very much an uphill battle here for Laughing Boulevard. Good defensives on the western side. Cleric Cow keeping Alpaca alive. Right now, that Sentry Mage in a very good spot. Here comes that eastern flank again here. Oh, it does secure a kill. And now shows, and we're going to see that, you know,
we're going to see the tower
from all sides.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I think we're going to see the tower here. I think if these guys play this right and rotate around correctly, they can do okay. Look at the kill board. It's still very much in favor of them. And there's red on red crime out there, dude. It's happening. There's lots and lots of rats killing each other.
Yeah, there's a secondary blob with some red on red action down on the south side of the map there. With you know, a tier 2 blob, so something else is happening on the map here on the south side. But here we go, the flood from CTP handled well here so far. They actually secure a kill off of that for Laughing Boulevard. Secondary hit coming in from Dragon Blade, trying to keep this pressure alive. Nothing to be found. The counter clump comes in, and Dragon Blade are decimated here on the eastern side. It should have been a full wipeout, but again, those Cleric Cows saving the day for many.
This is, you know, this is a brave defense here, Robin, by these guys. Look at this kill board, man. It is another great catch. Let's see if they can punish it. They're slow punishing. They're slow. Are they really going to secure a couple of kills out of that? Oh my God, Robin. Like, you got to be able to get out sooner than that. That was like a 4-second hold.
Got to get those cleanses out there quicker for CTP. Big Boulevard still holding strong here.
Very strong, Robin. Impressive hold for the guys here. They just, their mage isn't even getting that involved yet, and they're still doing really good.
Yeah, I think CTP do know, like, probably because HBJ is the one that's going to be headbutting the mage here, that they can't really do much. They can't really overextend to the back lines of Laughing Boulevard. They just got to hope and pray this eastern group of Chang and the group down to the south side, Dragon Blade, can do some damaging hits, but so far they haven't been able to do so. They are slowly getting dwindled down on those flanks, and HBJ on the western side just trying to, you know, cause a ruckus, trying to get those shallow engagements, but even that's not working for them.
This is going to be a long battle for these guys with lots of regears. How far away are we from their regears? Are we just right near the gate?
So HBJ live out of the zone southwest. We are 2 maps
zones
away from Limhurst Portal. Invis will take you all the way here.
Okay.
So you're fine on that front for either's group to return from Limhurst Portal.
Okay, going back and forth again, keeping on the move, not focusing on one side for too long. Nice defensives there when they do get caught, not losing anybody. Again, if they keep up this defense, it's looking very good for them so far, and I don't know how long CTP will keep headbutting against this over and over against this wall.
Yeah, I mean, you saw it there. Dragon Blade trying to go for an engagement. Their air compressed shock caller stepped up, didn't find anything, took very long, and then the DPS were about 2 seconds behind, trying to look for an angle of attack, nothing to hit, and then Laughing Boulevard just return engage, delete 2 or 3 members along the barricades here, just to the eastern side of our POV. And then they just soak up the engagements. And now Laughing Boulevard do have a secondary flank, albeit it is getting ran down on the northwestern side. Need Mainzerg help there. Only 1 member going to go down, but it was a close shave for that group. They tried to make a little bit of a ballsy play going around the northwestern side of the territory.
It was, and I did like seeing that, something different from them. But I feel that the thing that they're lacking the most is that front line push from a tank who's repeatedly engaging, and with these numbers and 2 different groups, 2 of them putting these guys on quickened rotation, making them on edge all the time, and trying to like hold back some of their defensives because there's going to be 2 rotations coming in, and then using that bomb squad that just went north and around as a 3rd hit. So the bomb can't hit just willy-nilly every, I don't know, 2 minutes here. And you can't have like one guy walk in with his clump without the DPS behind him. You have to coordinate 2 different groups, 2 different sets of DPS, and your bomb if you're going to bring this kind of numbers and start pushing in. Because right now it looks like they got a lot of guys standing around and then pushing in slightly unorganized pushes. And they're just getting clumped and dumped from a more experienced group.
Yeah, well, Dragon Blade once again taking the brunt of Laughing Boulevard's engagements here. Another 4 or 5 kills secured on that previous engagement. Looking to go a little bit deeper here onto Moo and HBJ, but nothing to be found. You can definitely see, you know, the skill gap here between the different groups of CTP. You know, HBJ and Moo doing a fantastic job there, getting their preemptive defensives down. Locus's Judicator armors all coming down in time. Where on the other hand, Dragon Blade really aren't throwing much down. I will say though, Dragon Blade's root bound has been pretty much on point every engagement. It's just the other supports within that group just aren't really doing their job correctly. Very delayed, I mean, sometimes they don't even cast their spells, so Rootbound's doing really good. Unfortunately for them, the rest of the support players not so much.
Another engagement here, big one, big push by Laughing Boulevard. I feel like if they had pushed a little bit harder into that, they would have secured many more kills. They had the momentum in that engagement, and they just let some of those guys go. Not a lot of good defensives there on the other side from CTP.
I'm wondering if they're going to hit that northwestern group. They are locked in place there. Clark Cows were burnt here. They're still, you know, prowling on that northwestern side, but Dragon Blade trying to make another play here on the southeast. Not going to find anything. Right down the middle, though, for Laughing Boulevard. A bit of a mishmash headbutt engagement here. Nothing to be found for both sides. Both sides now breaking away, restabilizing once again. 40 minutes remaining here of the primetime window, Chosen. And CTP...
It's going to be a long 40 minutes for these guys. Are they leaving? No. Look how many guys there are, Robin.
It's another group. Rag Alliance.
Oh, Rag showed up behind them. Oh, smashed them. Look at all those red on red deaths. This is going to be too much for CTP for sure. Brutal, and a nice catch here by Laughing Boulevard.
Keep walking, just keep walking. Just screw the tanks here. Laughing Boulevard, keep going forward. They look for an engagement here on the tanks. They're going to secure kills nonetheless, but I would have went a little bit deeper. CTP, though, looking to fire back on the northwestern side. Not going to find anything with the return engagement. Red on the kill feed, though, as CTP and Rag Alliance clash outside the territory on the northwestern side. Laughing Boulevard pulling back inside here. I don't know if Laughing Boulevard and Rag are actually working together. I mean, they didn't really keep the pressure applied there. A couple more members of CTP, though, going down on the north side here. But yeah, like you would expect Laughing Boulevard to be out there constantly applying pressure to CTP if they were working with Rag here. But they're not doing that. They fell back towards their territory once again. Both sides once again restabilizing, resetting. Double overcharge has been called. They're in it for the long haul.
Okay. This is it. You gotta get... I like it. I like it. I'm surprised that CTP has been able to withstand this double-sided hit and is still coming. They have so many guys, they just don't seem to know how to use them. Like...
Yeah, I don't know if Rag have been fully wiped off the battlefield. I haven't seen many red on red kills in the kill feed, and CTP pulling their full attention back onto Laughing Boulevard now on the territory. Blobs are breaking away on the minimap as well. Big clump coming in from CTP. Not able to secure any kills. Great defensive secondary hit on the northwestern side of the tower. That one will secure one kill there. Nearly a second. Southeastern side, Dragon Blade looking for a slice of the action here. Not going to find anything apart from a return engagement that is handled well by them that time around. Now all sides once again looking to restabilize themselves. Sentry Mage, only 1 bar of health down.
Oh, big hit on the backside. He's going to be okay. That looked like there could be a little bit there. Now another grab here on the off tank here for Laughing Boulevard. Really well played. And the follow-up by the main tank to clean it up. Just devastating. 4 more kills. Really well played. And another 3 on the backside. These guys are doing very, very well. You know, we just said that a couple of times, Rob, and it's over. They're about to get wiped. Okay, just one guy. Just one guy. It looked like for a second it was going to happen.
Yeah, HBJ kind of mistimed their engagement there. They went in a little bit too quick. So Dragon Blade went for a hit. Defenses were down already, and players were already primed. Then HBJ came from the western side a little bit too soon while those defenses were still up. But we did see just then 3 members go down from the secondary engagement from Dragon Blade because, you know, all defensives are now on cooldown. They just soaked up 2 engagements. The third one, a little bit more of a struggle to, you know, actually save the group from dying. But again, CTP backing away, resetting themselves. Laughing Boulevard going to be shrugging off some of these engagements with ease. The time slowly ticking away here, about to hit the half-an-hour mark. While these guys have been fighting for half an hour, remember it did start a little bit early.
Yep, it started early, before the hour. We were here, and it was already going when we got here about, what, like 5-6 minutes before the hour. We were watching these guys go at it. So we don't know exactly when they started.
Yeah, this is probably going to be turning out to be probably one of the best battle boards Laughing Boulevard will potentially have in their whole entire Albion history. Like, these guys right now, this is it. This is their big boy, you know, battle of attrition. This is something to go down in the guild's history books. This fight will be talked about for a long time here. No matter which way it goes now, even if they get fully wiped and they lose the territory, it's still going to be talked about. They've been fighting for 30 minutes straight, and I can bet you my bottom dollar they are probably, you know, if the battle board stopped right now, I would say over 100 kills for Laughing Boulevard.
Yeah.
Sub 20 deaths. So, very, very well done.
Yeah, I'm looking back through and trying to see how many deaths they have here. I'm about 15 now. Yeah, they might have just over 20. As I'm going back through. I mean, but easily 100 plus on the other side. Easily 100 plus.
Easily.
And that's
maybe even up to 150.
Very well, because there's so many red on red deaths too. There's so many of these. It's page after page. I'm like on almost 4 pages. So yeah, probably about 150.
These guys are having the time of their lives right now. Holding strong. And healing the mage as well. They are, you know, noticing that they need to keep that mage alive. They are holy beaming it, topping it back up. Little shallow engagement there, getting shut down. CTP not looking to return engage. That was a fake engagement. Bomb Squad trying to make a play on the northwestern side of the walls as well. Nothing to be found there. And what we haven't seen is Chang on this eastern side. They are now trying to hit on this northwestern side, trying to go super deep, but they are getting shut down every single time. Return engagement. This group should be deleted. One member going down, two members going down, a third burning alive here, and make that 4. Chang's group there getting decimated on that return engagement. And it looks like CTP may have noticed that Rag may have re-entered the battlefield as they pull away from the territory. I did see a blob come in by the southeastern door. So we shall see what happens next here.
A very impressive hold here by Laughing Boulevard here at 27 minutes into the hour. Let's see if they get a catch here as there's a rotation.
There is Rag.
Rag. And they're going to hit CTP mid-lines. I don't know if they're going to catch anybody out there and get any kills. Falling back to the territory, probably the best bet. Let these guys fight it out over you.
Yeah, and just, you know, try and get some of these sneaky, you know, engagements on the sidelines. You know, Laughing Boulevard's done a fantastic job of not to overextend this whole entire time. I hope that they, you know, don't do that again, or do that for a first time, shall I say. Stick with these sideline engagements, and they are securing kills here. This CTP slowly starting to creep back towards the territory again. Kill feed, red on red. Laughing Boulevard D-Tanks may have not got the memo that they need to fall back a little bit quicker, but they do survive the engagement. Return engagement coming right back onto CTP, and Moo Moo lose 1. Resets coming in once again here.
Looks like, you know, these guys in Laughing Boulevard are just are very comfortable taking their time on this. They aren't gonna rush it. They know they're in the driver's seat on this. And as I say that, they do walk forward and start to pressure these guys for it.
Never triple kill secured though. Looks like the shock order there for Chang going to go down. That was their golem. There you go. That's all they're gonna do, right? That's all they're gonna do. Right back towards the territory. Reset. Half an hour mark has now been hit here. Rag will be securing a couple kills outside the territory. A couple more red on red kills in the kill feed. We'll see if CTP turn their attention back towards the territory here. A lot of trading happening here in in the territory.
Well,
I think some people may need a little bit of food. Maybe trading a bunch of loot to the battle.
Food, loot, you know, changing things around, going, who's got what? I need this. There's a lot. Look at all these, this conversation. All the potions, food. Love it. I can gig. There we go. Somebody's got a sandwich. Yep. I need stew.
Potentially to an end here. CTP have dropped their banner.
They left it outside. Yeah,
leaving.
All the gates have blobs here, southwest and southeast, and the banner has no blob. You know what, Robin? I think this might be over.
Maybe. Moo Moo zoning out southeast. Chang are on the southwestern door, along with a couple members of Dragon Blade as well. Maybe they didn't bring an extra food. Maybe.
Well, how do you not prepare for an hour-long siege?
Maybe they weren't expecting it to be an hour long because there was no walls. You know? Maybe.
I mean, is it...
You were strutting your stuff with your big alliance tag, thinking, a single guild with no walls is not going to hold territory defense position for half an hour. And so you didn't bring extra food, maybe? Not sure. We'll wait and see. We'll stick with it until the territory is pacified. This is where Laughing Boulevard may make a mistake. 1 minute 50 and counting on the raid banner or the conquest banner. But they're not sitting on it. All they have to do is move their whole entire blob, sit on top of the banner, deny it being touched by the enemy force. I think they can hear me. They're in my comms. They're literally moving towards the banner as I said that. What the hell? They know what to do. But yeah, all they have to do now is sit on this for a minute. And then once that conquest banner is gone, the territory here will be pacified. What a fantastic showing here from Laughing Boulevard today with a 26 disarray. It's nothing crazy. 26 disarray debuff of strong warriors holding this territory. Love to see it. Great piece of action.
Well, I wish it had lasted a little bit longer, Robin. I thought these guys, with their numbers, they were going to keep pushing these guys in Laughing Boulevard, but a great, great hold. Fantastic. And they even got through the caster's curse of us saying nice things about them several times.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe the most impressive thing they did this entire hour.
That is true. That is true. Yep. Just checking some of the stats here for Laughing Boulevard. It says here Fort Sterling Warriors, but they are down in Limhurst. And the strongest Vietnam PvP guild here as their guild description. 600 days old here for the guild age. And they've been putting in placements since season 22 here on Albion Asia. With their highest rank being just last season where they got rank 10.
Not bad. Rank 10 isn't too bad. Glad to see them moving up in the world and doing work. I mean, every time we see them, they're doing a little better.
Yeah, it's good to see. It's good to see. Stronger by the season. And there we go. The territory here has been pacified. Laughing Boulevard. Showing the world here that CTP Alliance may not be all what they, live up to be. Maybe there is a weakness.
Maybe, Robin.
Remember, CTP Alliance is Pinoy Flowers Alliance.
I know, they're the ones who control everything. They just don't seem to send their A-team against a group with no walls.
No.
I mean...
Well, there's a little bit of a scrap happening outside the territory. Rag are back, but they're fighting... well, they were fighting this ragtag group of... it's a bit of a mixture here. Some players in an alliance, some guilds, or different guilds as well. So it's a bit of a ragtag group there, but it's cleaned up nonetheless as Rag push out those players there. Yeah. Sure. If we're going to get any more action here, looks like Laughing Boulevard are like, yep, job's a good one. We're moving southeast. Time to head back to Limhurst. So we'll carry on bouncing around here, see what else we got going in the world. We're 5 minutes until the top of the hour. Obviously, castles are next on the docket. And we do have a rare castle not too far away down in Stonemouth Bay. And then just a stone's throw away from that one in Dryvane Steppe, it's another rare castle. So double rares down here in the south.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on that. That will be a little bit of content. Oh, and another rare castle in Greenshore Peninsula.
Okay, more castles. I like a good castle fight. We can get a couple castle fights.
Looking good. As we got dotted around, a couple more greens, a blue here and there. The western side of the map looking a little bit bleak, unfortunately. Yeah, around our first rest, not great. A lot of no-shows, unfortunately. So yeah, a lot of the castle content potential will be Dryvane Steppe, Stonemouth Bay, and Greenshore Peninsula. So gotta keep an eye on it.
Well, I'm going to continue bouncing around myself, Robin, through some of our lists, see if we can't find some content.
Mm-hmm. We do have a Shockwaller for Snow Rabbit of the KTA Alliance.
Is that actually kicking off over there? Sorry.
No.
Okay.
They're just sitting here in defense of one of the rare castles. Gives us a new POV to sit on.
Okay.
Just in case anything happens while we carry on looking around. We also... Okay, we have another...
we have... let's see if there's any defense on this. Jin... well, Jimf and CTV are raiding a territory. I don't see anything on defense on that, but that might be more interesting than a guy standing there.
Okay.
As I say that, he mounts up. Never mind. Just ignore me.
We do have another alliance sitting in defense of the other rare castle in Stonemouth Bay.
Oh,
got us.
Maverick is fighting.
Maverick
Yep.
is fighting.
Idol versus Nori, so good fight here.
Would Vale.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Raid banner up here in zone. Gonna defend the load renters, I guess. Idle right now, 33 disarray debuff. You know, not their highest, but they're here as the Flying Dutchman, leading the charge.
And the overcharge rings out.
The 3,605 raw energy in storage in this zone. Will Pure Gold be able to withstand the force of the Flying Dutchman? Pure Gold currently sitting in third place on the Ode season rankings. See. Are they good enough to sit there? That is the question. Can they hold their own? No engagements coming in here. Big blob coming in on the southwestern door. That could be Nori coming back to the action. It's actually going to be CCTV of the Jin Alliance on that southwestern door here. We'll see how things go.
Okay, we can have an interesting bit of a battle here. I just saw Jin a moment ago. And here they come, flooding through. This is going to be fun, Robin. I'm glad we caught a bit of extra content today. This is the big boys.
Yes. And the real question is, you know, what are the ramifications of this raid? You know, what does this mean on the wider political landscape? Obviously, a lot has happened over the last couple of weeks here on Albion Asia when it comes to the political side of things. We had that potential major coalition war. That didn't turn into anything, unfortunately, as they couldn't get a foothold in during the off season, and then it fizzled out. Idle back then during the off season, actually towards the end of last season, they were rocking, you know, close to 60 disarray debuff at full force. So they're definitely big enough, but we shall see. Final level of the territory now to fight over. Guards getting cleared up in the back line. Sentry Mage still going to hold here. Pure Gold hurdling up on it. Can they hold for 19 minutes, Chosen?
I think so. Maybe
I've
not.
never seen this group fight before in my life, so I have no idea.
Well, I mean, holding against the Flying Dutchman would be an interesting feat. I mean, they can do it, right? It's 19 minutes. Will they do it is a different question.
That is true. Well, with a bop back like that from their Bastion, I don't know. No Re, though, creeping up on the western side. I did just see Lucky Ben there on the corner of my screen. Shallow engagements here onto the front line, though. 4 kills secured here for the Flying Dutchman. Shallow tickle as Maverick moves into position. There is a bomb squad from Pure Gold on the far eastern side of the territory. Here it comes right now. A bit of a mishmash. Unfortunately, Cleric Cowl's activated to stop any sort of damage coming out. And now Maverick flying in onto the tower. This could be a wipeout, and it is!
Wow!
Pure Gold getting melted here by the forces of the Flying
Here's
Dutchman.
the hit back! The hit back! Very nice! Are they going to be able to follow it up with the western flank following through? They just have to push a little bit more, Robin, and they wipe the Dutchman on the counterplay. No, it's not going to happen.
There just wasn't enough.
It's not enough.
One kill was all that was on the counter.
They got 4. But they lost so much more. So much more.
And that is what Maverick is known for. He will go for those ballsy, insane plays. He is not one to shy away from an engagement. The Flying Dutchman proving their worth here. They are looking for that bomb squad on the northwestern side. Big Gucci light caller here that will get clumped and deleted. That guy was shining. Seeing if I can find it in the old loot log, but it doesn't look like it. Flying Dutchman opening up the doors on the northwestern side. This will allow them to walk in and out, of course. Give them a little bit of a room to maneuver. A couple members, though, going to go down on that hit. Flying Dutchman, though, western flank again. The DPS, though, not able to break through the defensive lines of those D-tanks. Though a couple kills secured. Nonetheless.
Another great engagement here. These guys are just, I don't know, Robin. Dutchmen are good. It's going to be hard. Oh, ooh, look at that, Robin. Look at the melt over on the eastern flank. Great recovery here by the Dutchmen. Only going to lose 1 in that. I thought they were going to lose more. The bars were dropping fast. Yep, not that fast, though. Not like that. Nope.
Pure Gold dropping like gold bars here. Constant engagements time and time again here from Maverick. Not much left here on the battlefield as the Flying Dutchman comes swooping around the western side of the territory. The one-handed hammers locking them in place along with the silence bottle. All they need is a little bit of DPS to follow it up. Here it comes. And once again, Maverick and the boys putting on a show here. Pure Gold trying to do what they can with the return engagements. Going to pick up a couple kills though. It's not all one-sided. Here comes that bomb squad flooding in from the eastern side for Pure Gold. Can they connect with anything? No, they get shut down. Maverick swooping around left, right, and center. Looking for the next hit, and here it is. Defensives Cleric Cowl saving the day for a lot of those members of Pure Gold. The bomb squad looking for another rotation here on the northwestern side. Maverick sees it. He wants it. Trying to stop them mounting up here, and they all get locked in place. This is what Maverick needs to get rid of. This bomb squad right here has been a thorn in his side this whole entire fight, Chosen.
Wow.
It looks like a couple members going to get cleaned up here of that bomb squad.
A little bit of a problem. Not much. I mean, come on. Look at what he did to these guys. It's not like they turned the tide of battle.
Yeah, but they were a thorn in the side. You know, it stopped the engagements coming out a couple times. It had to force a lot of defensives down. That bomb squad did a fantastic job of, you know, finding different angles of attack every single time they were hitting. And it may have just allowed Pure Gold to restabilize their main Zerg here on the tower. 13 minutes remaining. And Pure Gold getting their reinforcements back in. Their hideout is literally right next to the territory here. But with clumps and deletions like this, I think the respawn timer is going to be a factor.
You think so? Is it? They're dying that fast, Robin? Actually, they may have died that many times. Yeah, it looks like it, honestly, yeah. Like, we've seen them get clumped and dumped so many times now. It could be... Oh, no.
Ooh, big hit coming in there, but no Reese bomb squad now trying to make a play on the northwestern side. Maverick sees it once again, trying to chase it down here. Bomb squad looking to fire back here on the choke point, and it does hit. And it's a devastating hit. Flying Dutchman may be crumbling here. Can they restabilize outside of the territory? They're trying to chase down that group and no but defensive Great Arcanes and knockbacks come in, stop the chase. Maverick trying to restabilize his group here. That was a devastating hit from no Let's see how Maverick goes on his next steps here.
Well, I mean, he's got to catch some of these guys, get some final kills here. Got a little bit of time.
A little bit of time indeed. Don't know where Maverick and the boys are re-gearing from as well. They are bridge watch locked. We are a little bit closer to Thetford Port. Bit of a way away. They are slowly but surely catching that no-re bomb squad here.
They're just hunting these guys down. They've just been following them around the map now for a good bit of time.
$11 minutes to go until the top of the hour. Raid banner still in play here. Sentry Mage still alive, though, on the tower itself. The Flying Dutchman pushing that group away. The wolves here in the forest applying their slows. Probably one of the most annoying things to run into when you're fighting on a forest map are these goddamn wolves. That slow is super impactful.
Yeah.
And it triggers on first aggro now, which is even more annoying.
Nice
here we
big
go.
clump in front of him here. Maverick's going to take advantage of that. Great defensives, and they hold here for the most part.
And it's a sandwich maneuver. Pure Gold coming from northeast and southwest here. Flying Dutchman slap bang in the middle. Engagement still coming in. No kill secured yet. Here comes a bridled bomb squad unit on the southwestern side. Maverick sees it. That will hit like an absolute truck. Here we go. It comes in, slicing and dicing. Maverick, though, counters it with his Guardian armor. A good read here by him to counter what could have been a devastating hit there from that bomb squad. You can see the damage output here just from a singular one of those bridles there hitting. Maverick now restabilizing his troops. He got a wooden bridge just to his southeast. How is he going to play this? We got no read down to the southwestern side. Pure Gold to the northeast. A flank coming in via the mini-map. Look at that blob coming in via the northeastern side. The flank is set here. Idle need to move, and they need to move now. And there comes that flanking force. And the flood will come in here from the northwest. Maverick, does he look to hold the bridge? I think he does, because that flank group got
He's
wiped.
holding it. He's holding it. Look at him. He's got those guys still over on the other side. They haven't come across yet. Here we go. Finally starting to push. I think there's still one over on the other side. Are they going to leave him? Bye, Joker.
Look at the hesitancy here from Pure Gold. They're like, well, what do we do now? One member is pushed across a Great Arcane. That could give us an indication here that they were looking to potentially use that Great Arcane as a time freeze to allow main Zerk to push over, but he is pushed out. Another flank on the northeastern side now coming in. That group's wiped out again.
Again and again.
And here comes those Bridles, and that time
they caught him.
No kill secured,
yeah,
and the flank squad is wiped out again.
Well played.
But what Pure Gold is doing wrong here is this, like, Lucky Ben and Nori are just, you know, disrupting the backlines, forcing out a lot of these defensives, but Pure Gold's not pushing the choke point from the northwest, so Nori is pretty much just inting their players here for no reason, because Pure Gold isn't capitalizing off the fact that attention is not really being made here to this bridge. You know, the time window is pretty much done and dusted. By the way, there's another massive blob zoning in by the northwestern door.
Okay, let's see who that is. I'll head over. Oh, man, they're moving fast.
It's not idle, I can tell you that much, because they only have a 20...
It's Baba?
Okay.
I don't know them. Caesar?
No idea. Wait. Here we go. All eyes on Lucky Ben on the eastern side, getting full engaged on. He has nothing left in the tank here, and he is removed, and that will send Nori fleeing off to the northeastern side.
They're coming in. Overcharges are ringing out. And here they go. They're going to start hitting.
So it could be...
They're going after Pure Gold right now. They are on the territory.
So potential 2 versus 2 here. We'll see how the Flying Dutchman react to this now. Do they work alongside that group that just came in? Maverick mounting up, should make his way towards the territory now. 6 minutes to go. If they want to get a raid off, they're going to have to pop another banner here. Maverick dismounting again. What's happening? Down and back up. Struggling to get through the choke points with some of those pieces of furniture here. Not going towards the territory, so we're going to have to maybe get a new POV. Looking. I've got one.
All right. Heading over. Coup 6. All right.
For Baba, once upon a time. He's came to party in a 33 million set here. 8.3 golem in his pocket. 7 for Boots of Valor. See? But Baba here with a 35 disarray debuff. Raid banner is up. But all those walls, everything's broken here. I don't know if Baba actually know this. They can literally walk right in to the tower if they wanted to. Go creeping up. Taking the side where there are walls still standing in the way. Very slow push here.
Very
on the back line.
Slow. I'm looking on the other side too, towards Maverick. And they're still wandering through the woods here. Looks like they're going to take the north side of this territory and coming through the top.
Yeah, let's switch back to Maverick then. Secondary door has been closed. They're not going to have enough time to get that hammer down, I don't think, here. Maybe, maybe not. Yeah, no idea. So both attacking forces chose to attack the territory where the walls are still up, even though there's a massive section to the south side of the territory where there's completely no walls or gates.
Makes sense.
I don't know.
Sure. Okay.
And that will cost them potentially here because time is ticking. Less than 2 minutes remaining here. Crystal broken here on the gate. This gate will go down shortly here. Maybe if Maverick can do what he did prior and just fully wipe the tower, maybe, just maybe, they get the raid off. But time is definitely of the essence here. Finally, a sign of life here from Pure Gold. But here comes Maverick right in, and the clump is made. And it is a repeat of what we saw last time. But the bomb squad on the northwestern side doesn't find anything here for Pure Gold. They get shut down. Maverick streaming onto the tower once again. Down to a sliver of HP. Needs some forward heals. Finally gets a healing beam coming in here. Pure Gold looking to strike back by that northwestern side. Maverick, though, sees it. Launches himself in. The Juggernaut into the air compress. Into the full-blown deletion on the western flank here. But they have less than 60 seconds to get that raid off. They need to get the raid off if they want to do it here. They have to do it now. They're getting pushed back. Pure Gold looking to flood here on the northeastern side. Baba also hitting as well here on the eastern side. So if they were working together, a bit of friendly fire coming in here. Flying Dutchman losing a couple here.
Losing about 4 here over the course of this problem, but it's not going to matter when you look at what this kill board looks like. It is in the process of them losing 4. 20 red tags went down.
Yep. And that is Baba as they crash in from the southwestern side. Pure Gold getting sandwiched here. A lot of players knocked on their knees here for the Flying Dutchman on the north side, but we're at the top of the hour. That means that the raid will not go through. Pure Gold defending their territory. But the gates are open across the whole entire territory now. So freedom of movement now a thing. I think Flying Dutchman and Baba are definitely working together.
It does
That
appear
bomb
that
squad
they
that hit
are,
on the
yeah.
east were just, it happens. Maybe they didn't have name tags on.
Every now and then you just see those red tags and you just start flowing in that direction, Rob. Yeah, it happens.
It happens. It happens. Well, there we go. All sides
Nice
now
bit of
starting to pull
content.
away.
Yeah, I mean, we got a nice bit of content here today on Albion Asia from the beginning to the end, starting with Laughing Boulevard and their early action through now with the big boys, Idol versus No Re. Great content all around, Robin.
Indeed, indeed. That's what we like to see. Well, the action does not stop. Well, it's going to stop for a little bit, but we'll be back at 1800 UTC today with the European War Report, followed up by the PvP show, actually followed up by the Q&A show,
Yep,
then the PvP
PvP show. Yeah,
show.
after
We
that.
do have a learning show after this show right now. So actually, there is more content right after
Content
this
all
show.
day, dude. Content all day.
It's happening. It's happening. So do stick around. Some premium codes will be given away throughout the next show. And those guys will let you know how to enter into said giveaway once the show begins. But from us here on the Asia War Report, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content here today. We'll be back with more War Report coverage here on Albion Asia tomorrow at 1400 UTC. So make sure you're following the channel to be notified when we go live. But until then, thank you guys for watching. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a glorious morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody. Adios.
See you soon.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Albion TV. It is Thursday, the 25th of September, 2025. You're locked in with Lupac, and my usual lovely host, Melitris, is not here today. She's not available. But I have the equally lovely Bogle here with me for a Learning with Lupac experience. I think we've done these before, Bogle. I think we actually did a ganking one way back when. As a kind of a prototype show. Yeah. But we are back for another episode. You may have joined us yesterday for Mastering the Mists, the episode. Unfortunately, Mel wouldn't let me go with Dodging the Dickheads for the name of this show. And I couldn't think of anything else that worked with gankers. Like, yeah, I wanted it to be Dodging the Dickheads, but yeah, we didn't really want that as the title, especially if we were then going to use it on the Albion TV YouTube and then maybe showcase it to the SBI staff and be like, this is the content Lupac is producing, and then maybe I don't have a job next week. So we just went with today, Gang Survival 101. You guys know what gankers are. Gankers know what gankers are. They are, much like an aquatic terrarium. They are part of the ecosystem of Albion Online. They hunt in packs. They pick off the lone targets and escape into the shadows. And today we're going to talk about how to maximize your survival, how to sort of outplay them, outmaneuver them. And I want to preface this with no matter how good you are, no matter how experienced you are, there are times when you are just going to get ganked because they have set up in all the right spots. They have all the right skills and you're going to die. It happens in Albion. I've been ganked with GVG sets back in the day. I've been ganked on the way back to a ZVZ and I've been ganked out the safe portal. And I've done lots of ganking in my time as well. But what you can do, right, is you can maximize your chances of survival with a bunch of steps, right? And the first one we're going to talk about, right, is gearing. I want to talk about the gearing first because there's a lot of different opinions about the gear. So if you are running the set that you're running, this bit isn't as applicable because you're running whatever you're running. But let's say you want to get from A to B with the goal of avoiding gankers, right? This is when you've got to think carefully about your gearing, what you want to do, stuff like that. There's a lot of different options. The most common one you'll see people using for transports and others, they like the assassin jacket for the invisibility. You also have invisibility on various gathering chest pieces if you don't have assassin jacket unlocked. I think they all have invisibility now. And then the helmet, there's some things you have to remember. The most important thing is you don't want to use anything that will put you in combat, right? So that means no debuffing or damaging the gankers because this will put you in combat. And if you happen to hit a ganker that hasn't hit you yet, you will become outlaw, meaning you can't go to town, you can't go to hideout, and you won't be able to zone while in combat. You can't zone while in combat. You can zone while outlawed, but you can't zone while in combat. On that note, we'll talk about the combat state as well while we're out there. For the weapon choice, though, right, you want to go mobility. Now, a lot of people love the Bloodletter. I'm a big fan of the Bloodletter because you have 3 mobility abilities on it. But again, very important that when you use the Q or the E, you want to make sure that you're not hitting anyone. You can hit mobs because that's fine because you will leash, you'll leash the mobs and drop combat. But if you hit a player, you get that dreaded combat lock. Another one I'm actually a big fan of is the Great Hammer. I think people sleep on the Great Hammer for mobility. You've got the slowing charge and the stun will both put you in combat. So I like it because it gives you a big chunk of health and it's pretty affordable. The Bloodletter also lets you get the Mist Cooler. So today we're going to go nice and cheap today. Helmet
I like
options.
the swords. I like the swords for...
Swords? For Iron Will.
Yeah, for Iron Will, and then the...
Iron Will's not a default unlock though, right? Iron Will is the last unlock.
True,
so you if you want to run sword, you would have to be late into the tree. I would suggest dual swords or carving sword, probably. Those are the two with the actual mobility skills.
I've seen
again, I
I've
think
seen a lot of the higher tier gankers or gatherers actually use the minor boots plus iron will because you immune yourself
can't be purged.
and run.
Yeah, you can't be purged for 3 seconds, which is very, very useful. You prefer the double blade? The double blade's a solid option. You might find the double blade, it's been a bit nerfed in terms of mobility over the time. Again, cartwheel is one of these ones that can knock you into combat if you do it incorrectly. And it's very energy hungry if you have a decent one as well. If you're going to use double blade, I would use a very low tier one if possible, because the energy costs are lower. And it does give you HP, but it's not the same as a tank weapon. Yeah. Against mobs in a dungeon, I prefer carving sword because you get shred, and shred is the best. But for this example, we'll go for the bloodletter. We'll go for the mist cooler, and then for the helmet, don't fall into the noob trap of ice block. People think ice block is great, but standing still for 4 seconds while the gankers surround you and prep all their abilities is terrible. I've seen far too many people do that. My personal favorite is the soldier helm, which gives you 1.5 or 2 seconds of immunity, something like that. But you can also move during it. So it's 2.5 seconds. You can move while channeling. You're immune to everything. And this is a great one for getting through the door, right? This is a great one for getting through the door and not dying, like when they're blockading or something. The best thing you can possibly do, though, is not get caught, right? And this is where we might get some controversy, Bogle, because a lot of people are going to think, right, avoiding gankers, it's got to be an undead cape, right? Seems like the obvious choice.
I mean,
but to be honest, if you get to the point that your undead cape comes into play, you're probably against gankers that are good enough to outplay an undead cape. Right. I'm gonna go a different way. I'm gonna go a different way and tell you guys that, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, but the Fort Sterling cape is the place to be, because the Fort Sterling cape will activate while you're mounted. And this means that, like, the first catch probably doesn't get you. And that gives you like an extra chance at never actually getting caught. Right. So that's nice. You know, that's nice for the escape, if you can just not get dismounted. Now, if you're doing a high-end transport, you're possibly on like a fancy thing like a gallant horse or something. For this example, though, I'm going to use the armored horse. Big fan of that. And then boots. I mean, this one, again, some people like Wanderlust. You know, some people like Sprint. There's a bunch of different ones, but as Bogle said earlier, right? One of the important things is the Iron Will tech on swords is so you can use minor boots and not get purged, right? So did you know that there are certain boots in the game that don't get purged, right? So Sandals of Purity, which I personally am not a fan of because they don't cover as much distance, don't get purged. And another one that people are definitely sleeping on, Bogle, right? Because it seems counterintuitive. Royal Sandals, right?
But you take more damage.
Because you take 15% more damage, but these guys don't do damage. They don't do tons of damage, Bogle, and you have a soldier helm, right? People are sleeping on the unpurgeable shoes because the amount of times they're just sitting holding a purge, right? So there's a few different ones. I also like Spectre shoes. I think Spectre shoes are really good for escaping if they're not on top of you. Demon boots are great if you don't get purged. Fun fact as well, by the way, you can block purge. If you soldier helm and they purge you won't be purged because it technically is a crowd control.
Oh.
So you can block the purged. Yeah, you really can run away if you're better. I'm gonna try and do it, in fact. So let's try the Royal Sandals. For this example, we're just gonna, we're gonna do it to see if the tech works. Obviously, Invis Pots is the main potion people are gonna use. You can also use, big shout out though to some other options. The Gigantify potion lets you not get knocked back if they're trying to like harpoon you or purity robe you or anything like that. You can not get knocked back. You can use the resist pot for the CC resistance. You can use a cleansing pot. Another one that people underestimate is the calming potion. The calming potion lets you run into the middle of a group camp and then calming potion yourself, and the mobs will all go on your gankers. And if you've ever seen a group camp, they hit pretty hard. That's one for the more rowdy individual, though. The calming potion is a way that you can be the ganker, right? So, I mean, I tell you what, though. By the way, you should use the one that affects the just you. 4.7. So I think we should bring some just in case we get an opportunity to enjoy it, right? Because you never know. We'll bring a calming potion just in case. And then food, you're probably possibly using a pie if you're transporting or whatever. But one important thing is you want to make sure that you don't go overloaded no matter what. Like if you get dismounted, you don't want to come off your mount and be completely overloaded. So there's many different setups we can use. Finding the one that suits you and you have unlocked is important. But practice makes perfect, right? With escaping. We're going to talk about some concepts when we get out there. But before we even get out there, for the transporters, for the Ava runners, for you guys, I'm going to introduce you to a few facts and a very, very special tech that I don't even reckon. I would be surprised if 10% of people know this, right? So we've all seen naked scouts, right? It is no secret that gang groups run scouts, like watching for anything Gucci leaving the city, any suspected transports, whether it's from the Royals, right? Whether it's from the portal, these guys are everywhere. So I am going to introduce you to a wonderful technology called Force City Overload. If you go to one of your islands and you use the command, I'll show you this. You go Force City Overload true, right? It says hash sign Force City Overload true. This will make every city area behave as if it's overcrowded. So if we go to the portal now, Bogle, watch this. You will have to probably share it from my stream, not yours, unless you've done it on your end.
Mm-hmm.
But look at that. Look at that peace and quiet. Look at that peace and quiet. Look at that absolute. I'll give Bogle the command so he can repaste it here. Disable chat on mine. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, for sure. For sure. So yeah. Does it work IRL? I wish, because going into the cities would be much better like that.
I mean, I have. So why does this command exist even? Is it to like
for people with poor systems? It exists for people with rubbish systems to be able to dodge lag. Because I mean, it lags for me with 250 people, right? The command exists, so it automatically executes, obviously, when a zone gets overcrowded. But this command exists, and now, guess what, Bogle? All those gankers, all those guys scouting gankers, whatever, right? They can't see me anymore. They can't see me anymore.
Does that work for
I can leave
too?
on my. Yes, it does.
Oh,
yep.
Wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
So we know about that. So that is how you should always be leaving the city in these situations. The other thing is, I mean, we don't really need to. It doesn't work in the open world. No, you can't despawn everybody in the open world, unfortunately. I mean, the invis portals as well. Obviously, everybody knows about the invis portals and using them if you're going to be going anywhere.
What's the range?
You pretty much again? Always. The what?
The range, like how many zones can you go with them?
Depends how fast your mount is, but like at least 1.5, maybe 2 if you're on a quick mount, usually.
Okay.
So there's no reason not to take them if you're transporting or running somewhere. But what we're going to do, we're going to go out in the safe portal just because I want to kind of get stuck deeper in the black zone. To try and find some gankers, right? So this is Drownfield Fen. We didn't manage to get very. Oh, we got a reasonable distance. We're actually right by the rest as well, so this should be a good spot for gankers. So some concepts we're going to talk about. The first thing is just something that's going to come with time, but I promise you will literally be the most important thing to take you from not getting ganked or getting ganked to not getting ganked. And that is keeping calm under pressure. The more you panic, the more mistakes you make, the harder it gets, right? And what we're going to do today is actually try and get some interest from the gankers. Like, for example, this purple crate on the map, this looks like a ganker trap to me, right? This looks like a ganker trap to me. This could be my first death. Who knows? Because what they've done is they've popped it out the crate and they're leaving it here. Nobody's picking it up. Why are they not picking it up, Bogle? Because they're waiting for some haphazard noob like me to come and pick it. Now, you might get caught because you went to pick it. I'm going to go and do it deliberately, right? I'm going to go and do it deliberately on the off chance that they're going to try and gank me. One thing I would say is, like, they're probably not going to be sitting on this, by the way. What they're going to do is they are going to sit on the most obvious route. They're going to go the most obvious route to jump you. So we'll have a little look around the area. When you pick this up, right, they're either going to spring out of somewhere or they're going to be on the route. So let's pick this up and we can see, oh, was that a person? I don't know. Right, we can see right now that there's this, right? Straight line. So if I'm the ganker, I know that everybody from here is going to come here. So first things first, is this one of them? This is a one-handed fire, guys. So I'm going to get dismounted. I don't believe this guy's actually going to fight me because that would be kind of silly. I mean, he's not going to catch me. Wait, is he actually? All right, cool. He's going to fight me. I mean, this guy can never in a million years kill me. That's the crazy thing. All right, well, I'll grab this now. So he's now used his run. I have my run. So this is just an example of staying calm, right? I know exactly what the crack is. Like, he's going to run after me, but he's on Wanderlust, right? He's on Wanderlust. He literally can't do anything, right?
Note
so when
how
he
you're
Wanderlust,
inspecting him and checking his
stealth.
gear and what he has, yeah?
Yeah, we know he's on Wanderlust. We know that has a way longer cooldown than my boots. So he can do whatever. He might try and find his friends. I don't know why, but it's kind of crazy, right? But I've got my sprint, bro. What are you going to do there? Like, I just dodged that. And now, you see what I mean? You see what I mean? You just stay calm. We know what he's got. We know what we've got. And we don't care. We don't care because this guy, if I don't make a mistake, this guy cannot kill me unless I allow him to kill me. And these are the sort of things that you're going to learn over time. These things come with confidence, right? I know that I can dodge pyro. I know that my boots have a lower cooldown. And actually, we dodged the jump. We dodged the ambush that I think they were trying to do. And somehow I just got a solo purple crate, Bogle. So I'm pretty happy with that, actually. Good progress with the journal. Good might there. Oh, yeah, we'll take that. 6,200 might, bro. What? All right, then. It's pretty good. Unfortunately, this guy wasn't very good at ganking me. So he wasn't a great example.
Or a ganker, I think.
You see,
but yeah.
Well, yeah. But I mean, he was trying to jump me.
Yeah,
he was trying to jump me, and I don't want to die, right? That's the goal. He wants to fight. I don't want to fight. So the way that played out, and what we were looking at there was obviously he had, this looks like more of a ganker. This looks definitely more ganky. Let's see if we can get the interest of these fellas. We know that he has Wanderlust on boots, which does make him quite fast. But what I did was I went invisible, not to avoid him, but I went invisible to wait out the duration of his boots. And then I've got my boots for free, right? What is this? What is this? This is the same fella. He's got a chest now. He went for one. But he didn't get the purple one, though.
You can't do to him anything either, right? He's like... Because you would have to fight him and then his actual fighting is...
Yeah. I can't... I don't beat that in a straight-up fight. No, absolutely not. Again, I'm not here to fight. I'm here to survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that, again, that's another thing that comes with time.
The reason I'm
knowledge.
mentioning this is because it's another example of purpose of builds, right? You know what you have, you know what the opponent has, and you kind of sometimes the best choice is not to fight.
Like knowing which fights are favorable. There's not many fights that are going to ever be favorable in this. This is an escape set.
Yes.
This is only an escape set. But if any of you guys watch the Safe Portal show, if I was on my Safe Portal spear build, that's a free win. Like, that then is a matchup that he cannot win unless I make a mistake. Like, so I would be choosing to fight him there. But likewise, that is literally a matchup where he cannot kill me. He cannot kill me unless I let him kill me. All right, this zone got a little bit boring. It's gone down to 0 to 5. Again, when you're trying to escape gankers, always be looking at the number of people. Always be looking at the number of people like in the zone. That's quite useful.
Do you leave at 5 to 15, or do you change? Like, is
but
that...
if I'm doing safe portal, depends on the zone really.
Yeah.
So so if it goes 5 to 15, right? But there's a medium chest coming. I know that a bunch of people are probably coming for the chest and will leave soon after. If it randomly goes to 5 to 15 without any reason, then I'm probably like, okay, I maybe don't want to be here, right? Let's see if we can do so. I'm going to put some calming potions on and see if we can bait some people into the mob camp, right? That could be funny. So when you're moved in through a zone, there's some things to watch out for, right? General all-purpose things. If there is a guy with 0 fame on an ox on the door, you should immediately be cautious in that zone and any zone connected to it, right? They'll be like stood right here, sat there, scouting. If you see anybody that looks like a ganker on any angle, right? You then say I'm walking this way, right? On my map. Are you sharing this here from my POV, yeah? So if I'm walking this way, right? And I've seen either a scout or I see like a red guy here that looks like he's in a gang set, I will never cross this bridge. I mean, I might cross this bridge because I might still have bubble on it. But either way, the gankers, the good gankers, the ones that we're actually concerned about, will have people stood at the exact range that your bubble breaks. So the second you see someone that looks like they're ganking or part of a party, you want to change direction and avoid any choke points, right? Avoid any natural choke points that it feels like they're trying to funnel you to. And if you've got a guy on a fast mount on top of you who's obviously just constantly pinging you, then keep changing directions. Sometimes they will just have so many people spread out that you're going to die, right? And there's nothing you can do. But you've just gotta do what you can to survive. Like I said, sometimes you're gonna die.
You're if you're getting chased by someone, your option is to run, right? And then it's just a question of can you outrun them at that point?
Yeah.
And then your direction is either back to your portal in your case specifically.
Yep.
Or if you're deep enough, and maybe have territory, maybe that's an option. Although that's also dangerous depending on how good they are. Or like maybe a smuggler's den, or maybe a rest, right? So you kind of need to be a little bit aware of your position on the world map and potential safe spots to run to.
Yeah.
And then the other trick part is dodging.
Yeah.
That.
Group statics and group open world camps are both good last resort choices if you bring the calming potion. But you're also equipped with an invis, right? Which does reset aggro. So you have a few tricks there. Another good option is roads, because roads, like if you can get into a road, yes, they can follow you, but they probably don't have anyone in there already. They can only bring as many people as there is charges. And then you've got those speed boosts and a head start, right? So you have a lot of options. I'm trying to just find someone with a load of people. If you're in the red zone as well, faction outposts are really handy because the bosses will engage red players and not you if you're not flagged for anything. So they're kind of handy. Oh, this is good. We got 6 to 15 here in this zone. A Spectre shoe's purgeable. Well, no, because you're not targetable. There is a brief period before you phase where I think they are, but they're a good option if you're confident with just chilling and remounting. I wouldn't recommend those for like beginners. But one of the reasons I like the royal shoes is the unpurgeability, because usually it's going to be like the catch guy is on you and he's trying to purge your shoes so that his boys can catch up, right? Knowing those windows where you can remount as well is very helpful. So I'll just give you a quick example, by the way. Say I'm being chased by some gankers and I'm really, really in trouble and they're like really bloodthirsty. I'm going to go in this camp. You're going to see how hard these camps hit, right? You see how hard these camps hit? They're very, very annoying. But what we're going to do, we like bring them all into the center and then we stealth, which resets. And in that situation, if we've got the gankers and they don't have anything to drop aggro, all of these mobs are going to start beating the shit out of the gankers. And I'm going to stay calm in this corner. I'm not going to hit anything. I'm not going to do anything. If they try and hit me, I'm going to block first, right? If I have to, I'll go deeper and I'll use a calming potion. But then all of a sudden, I'm really annoying to catch, right? Because I'm tucked away in a little corner. I've got about this much space to work with, right? You've got to learn aggro ranges for this, right? Because like a few pixels more and I pull aggro here. So learning aggro ranges will help you a lot. But this becomes really awkward for like 7 gankers to get in. It creates chaos. And it also creates those YouTube videos that I'm sure you've seen where the gankers all die, right?
That's some of my
and we all
favorite
love those
stuff.
ones. We all love those ones,
What's his
right?
name? Goldstein?
Goldstein?
Yeah.
Isn't
Wait.
he the one that like rads the mists as well?
Yeah, he has some videos up on his channel where he, like in the world boss zones,
Yeah,
he
I've seen
deliberately
those, yeah.
goes there to draw the gankers into the like what's super hard hitting elite versions of the group camps.
Yeah, the world boss areas. Yeah.
And then he uses
but then he also like
the whirlwind.
he
and-
trolls world boss groups
Yeah,
who are
yeah.
trying to farm it, I think.
Yeah. It's
And then they
good
try and
content.
fight him, etc., etc.
Yeah, good content.
Man, what are the odds? The one time I'm out here trying to find a gank group to gank me, I can't find one. When you're out here minding your own business, they're everywhere, right? Of course,
Duality
I
of
can't
Albion,
find
yeah.
one. We're gonna go to a T8 zone, right? There's got to be some gankers over there, sure. The gankers aren't always from Carly, and in the red zone, the gankers can be anywhere. All right, this one's got some people. Good. Oh, and there's a kill on the map. So a little tip as well: when you see a kill on the board, you can do /stats, and then type in the name of the person that made the kill, right? And you can see like how they usually roll, right? Are they a ganker mostly? You know, how many assists are on their kills? All these little things that will help you. You know,
Wait, you
find
can
out what's going
research
on.
live? Wow.
yeah. And again, that's not something that you should be doing like out of habit. But once you're confident and quick, it's just a little thing that can give you the edge, right?
What's that?
We've definitely got some action in this
Sorry.
zone.
Is that /stats?
/stats and then the player name that made the kill.
And not the death card?
If you're nice
Okay.
and quick.
Yeah, okay. Can you get
Alright,
assists
so
on the kill too? Oh, sorry.
Pardon?
Can you get assists on the kill too? So if...
You won't see. Well, you can see like some of their previous kills. It's not quite updated live all the time, but here we go.
Alright,
What's
alright,
this?
okay.
This is a nature guy. This is a bow guy. All right, so we got some dudes. These guys aren't really equipped for ganking, which is unfortunate. But I mean, you know that they're going to use Ray of Light. You know he's going to use the Mist Piercer. They could nearly kill me, but not really, right? So we'll let them get the dismount. We'll give them. See there, I got the cleanse. So we're going to give them like a healthy chance to kill me before I leave, right? So they've got another friend coming as well for the gank here. This guy's a double dagger. So he's going to want to like go on me soon, right? And what we're going to do is he's going to try to go on me. I'm going to go invisible, right? So now he went invisible. I cancelled his invisibility. I'm going to move over here. I actually misjudged where the gate was. I might be dead here, actually. Depends if he has another E. I'm possibly dead here. We'll see. It's going to be close either way. So he gets that. I've got another route soon. And, you know, it was close. It was close, but they don't get me because I calculate it, right? I just calculate it and they don't get me. So
when I saw you didn't equip your Invis potion, I was like, oh my god.
that's fine. What can they do? What can they do?
I
mean, everybody knows how to gank, right? You just get a load of people and you kill one person on their own, right?
Yo, I'm not calm under this
I gave
circumstance.
them a
Jeez.
chance, but I wanted to prove to you guys. I wanted to prove to you guys that like even if I give them every chance to kill me, like the only reason I didn't die there, just FYI, the reason I didn't die there is because I know that the daggers needs to use his Hellion shoes to connect with me, and I know that invising breaks his Hellion shoes. Therefore, he doesn't do anything in the fight. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's blood pressure went, and they weren't even in the fight. But I don't know if you noticed before I got dismounted as well. The first route got cleansed by my 4 sterling. How the food works to give you life regen out of the fight?
Wait.
I mean, fairly
Why is
obviously,
there a
right?
dead body? What's happening?
That was the guy they killed before.
Oh.
That was the guy they killed before, I believe. It was a very, I mean, that wasn't a very good gank group. They were in some weird ganking weapons, I'll say that much. If they have a hideout here or something. This guy just did like a 180 for no reason. What's he doing? Oh, is he with them? Maybe, that could be fun. No, you have to be out of combat. So as soon as they hit you, so as soon as they hit you, you are in combat, right? But it's one-sided combat, which means you won't get your regen from your regen food anymore, but you can still zone. If you hit them back, it's two-sided combat and you can no longer zone. And that includes debuffing them, any sort of damage, slowing them, knocking them, anything like that will put you in combat, which is why your choices in escape equipment have to be very careful. You want to heavily avoid anything that will get you in combat. And again, I have to be careful with my E and Q there that I don't get in trouble, right?
While we search for more people, let's draw one of the 7-day premium codes we have on the raffle today. The way you enter is by typing something in Twitch chat, and maybe you guys can ask Wolfpack a question or two about avoiding ganks. Maybe something you've seen that you've noticed, something that we haven't covered yet, and then we can maybe go into that, and then I'll draw one winner soon.
Can I show you how to solo gank? Yes, but another day.
And then I'll draw the second code at the end of the show.
Where are the gankers when we need them? Well, we found some gankers, and like I gave them a chance to kill me as well, right? I let them connect and get some skills off. Again, knowing that the Miss Piercer has a little wind-up time and sort of moving like this to help like dodge a couple of hits. Probably all those little decisions are the reason I escaped with 100 HP and not dead.
So many questions.
I wouldn't say my loadout is the absolute best for dodging gankers. I think it's personal choice. But some tech that I'm trying to explain to people is people tend to default to the undead cape. And usually by the time your undead cape comes into play, the gankers are like ready for it. This is not a ganker. This is, I don't know what that is. This is...
some gank groups
crazy.
use crosspot one shot to demount you.
Yeah, but not with 700 IP.
No.
They don't.
I'm just saying, like, if you see a crossbow, that doesn't automatically mean it's not a ganker.
We are like deep in the Q6 zones as well. We're in the highest value zones in the game, so hopefully we'll find something going on. Plenty of people around though, isn't there? That's always good.
I mean, to me, these maraudering gank groups are quite scary. And then if 6 direwolves show up and everybody on these, whatever claws and stuff, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh no.
Like if you're in a situation where you think that can happen, you should always you should be thinking, right, what are my options, right? In this zone, what would my options be? 1, have a road, 3 exits, 2 dungeons, no group camp. The solo camps aren't strong enough, by the way, to run into for safety. Like, it doesn't work for them. Although towers can do the trick. Towers can absolutely do it. This guy looks more ganky, doesn't he?
He has a 6th full set bonus. No.
He also has 10 sandwiches, so I'm not really sure what's going on with this fella.
Guardian helmet. Look at his set.
No, he doesn't. He has a Graveguard helmet.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's just using it for energy shield. He uses Graveguard because it's more IP. Mate, this is a role player. He's got the set bonus, the Graveguard set bonus, bro. What the heck? Has this guy got any PvP fame? I don't know. Maybe you can gank him. Let's go. Yo, maybe it's a bait.
So again,
maybe it's a really creative
zone,
bait. Let's go.
Yeah, this zone, as Bogle said earlier, the dens, smugglers' dens, very, very good for escaping, right? These are great. So if you're in the safe portal, using a den removes your safe portal. So that's something you've got to learn. Again, we want to look. Is this the same guy, by the way? I want to see his PvP stats. This guy has no PvP stats. It's kind of crazy. I almost want to fight him for the memes. Now he runs all 3 pieces and he gets the set bonus. That's the main thing. I'm joking, of course. There is no set bonus.
If you were a ganker and you were trying to catch you, what's the strategy?
Catch me?
Yeah.
You just got to spread out an ambush, right?
Hmm.
The bad gank groups will run after you like they're in a conga line. Like here, this guy looks like this guy's transporting, not ganking, I believe. Pretty sure this guy's transporting, not ganking. I actually don't know what he's doing.
He has calming potions.
Oh,
he's
going for the boss layer. Should we gank him, lads? Gank him. Right.
Wait, is he getting the thing, finding the boss lair, using the thing to de-aggro?
Why is he on a ghost wolf though?
Direwolf.
No, is he calling his friends? Why is he on a dire wolf though? Like his set does not warrant.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Maybe he's pinging me for his boys. This is good. We could offer to share. Okay, another trick for you guys as well. If you see someone like this and you're not sure what's going on, invite them to a party, right? If it does nothing, it means they're solo. If it says you're about to invite another group to join you, they're in a party. There's a little trick there. Very easy little trick. So I know he's solo now. We don't know what he's going to do. Let's go to this chest and see if there's anyone trying to gank on it or something. Man, I must be really good at this. I can't get killed even when I'm trying to get killed, Bogle. Oh, here's a dude. What's this dude? There's 2 dudes. Longbow. Couple of longbows. Oh, man. Why can't I find these guys? Why can't I find these guys when I'm on my spear build? I had like a 1v3 against people like this the other day. Very good. Very good, bro. Well done. Lol. So I'm going to just show you here. I want them to ray of light just so you can see. Oh, my word. Just, if in doubt, stay calm, boys. If in doubt, stay calm.
Oh, jeez. I mean, that's
right.
If you're trying to learn this, by the way,
you've got to learn the ray of light cooldown.
Yeah, just buy it. Just buy it to 5 horse. Some set that you will lose,
3, bro.
And try this on purpose. Like, don't always
try to get killed on purpose, right? Yeah. One important thing is to learn the ray of light cooldown, because we know what the ray of light cooldown is, but oh my god, this poor guy. Oh, Alex, I'm so sorry that we're using you for the example here. I mean, you got this, buddy. You got this. You've nearly got it. Come on, you can do this, my friend. Just one more ray of light. Just one ray of light. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. You've got it in you, surely. No, he does not. He does not, in fact, have it in him.
Oh my god.
He does not, in fact, have it in him, Chosen. Bogle. Okay, wow. So, but we know Ray of Light has a connection time. We know it's ground targeted, so it's important that you just keep moving there. End his misery. He just gave up. He just gave up. But like, okay, so another concept that this is where I talk about staying calm and experience. Like, if you go back and watch that again, if you go back and watch that show in slow motion, you'll see that I know exactly the range of his cues, right? And I was going back and forth, but I was always maintaining that range where they can't spam their cues on me. That's very important. Maybe we catch them on a mob though, right? Maybe Alex and his friend are going to do the big mob here and get in some trouble. You never know, right? Oh no, they're coming again. Nope, not that one. Try the other one. Oh, he got me. Oh, he nearly got me. Oh no. Oh, he's howled me now. This is big trouble. This is big trouble, lads. All right, how are we going to kill them though?
I mean,
what are we going to kill them?
You got to walk away, like wait until they engage in the mob.
Right, I've got a plan. I've got a plan here.
Oh, you want to
I've got a plan here.
Calming potion?
No. I've got a plan. I can't win this on raw combat, unfortunately. But I can win it by being awesome, I think.
Oh god.
No. Oh no, they got me. They got me, boys. What we're gonna do here is this, right? Oh, have some mobs, lads. Have some mobs, lads. Yo, Alex, my friend, are you doing all right over there? Alex, my boy. How's everything going over here in Alex Town?
No.
Nah, they might have it here. Oh no, he's got a fire shield, boys. I'm in trouble. Has he got me? Oh, he got me. All right, we let them have that one. I was trying to get them killed on the mobs.
Limit test failed.
No, I was trying to get them killed on the mobs, but they did a really good job there of not. I should have just left earlier when they didn't die on the mobs, but they leashed them quite well. Lupek dies equals free premium. I mean, Alex deserved it. To be honest, right? Alex, they deserved that kill after the humiliation I put them through, right? It's only fair that they actually get me in the end. All bows online. All bows online. Look, the thingy's still overloaded as well. Crazy. Try the blood moon. Let's go a different way, see if we can find some gankers. But like, you know, again, those guys will never ever kill me unless I choose to do what I did, right? Those guys were never ever going to gank me. Like 100 times out of 100, they wouldn't have killed me. I got greedy trying to kill Alex, not gonna lie. Anyway, right. We'll go back out. We'll pop a wee omelette as well. Yeah. And a couple of invis. The calming experiment was fun. Actually, no, we'll stick with the calming. We'll stick with the calming and we'll try and get somebody to die to it, right? Where's the Gucci set so you have more chance of getting gankers? Gankers won't discriminate, bro. Like, they'll take any target. They'll take like... They'll take any target they can. They don't. If you're Gucci, they'll gank you. If you're average gear, they'll still gank you. Honestly.
The reason is you can never know what somebody has in the inventory. Sometimes people are like wearing a tier 4 set, transporting some hidden stuff in the inventory, and they go for you anyways. It's
honestly, the amount of times I've seen gang groups, right? And when they find a Gucci target, they get too excited and misplay, and the guy gets away because he's tougher. Like, is not insignificant, to be honest. All right, this will be a better one. We want to pull them into here. What's this guy? This is a bear paws ganker. That's a nice ganker. This is the sort of one we'd like to pull onto the thing. So I've seen him. I wouldn't now cross a bridge here, by the way. I definitely now wouldn't be like, hey, I'm going to go cross this bridge right here, if there was one. Because he's probably... Although, if he was he's going to town. If he was part of a group trying to gank me, he would have stayed on me to ping me, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, who's this guy? Something fun? That is a... like a 2v2 build. Imp gamers. Crazy. See about this. These like trees. Oh man, I don't even have my axe with me. I don't even have my gathering tools with me, Bogle, for this big fat snake. Look at him. Big fat 0.1 snake, and I can't even gather him.
By the way, these whole calming potions also work on territory gods, right? So
they do, yes.
Sometimes they flip the script on you, and then gankers, if they know that they're ganking in a zone where the targets have the territory, they themselves will equip the calming potion and then chase you into
beat you up.
Yeah, chase you into the territory, rotate the calming potion, and then still kill you. If these guys know what they're doing, it's getting really tricky.
No, I don't want to gather. I'm just annoyed I don't have my tools on me when there's stuff, you know. It doesn't look like there's anyone here. Delta's usually pretty good for being ganked, but also I happen to have a territory there, so that could be some fun. But like I said, right, know your limits. Learn what the most common gank weapons are, right, as well. Like, and try to keep bear paws, double-bladed. There's an Incubus blazing combo that you're going to know exactly what it is the first time it kills you. You're going to be like, that's the Incubus blazing combo. Fun fact, the Fort Sterling Cape almost always saves you from that. Because the route that they run will just be insta-cleansed and they might not be able to get you. So that's a very good thing to
How common are claws nowadays?
Not so. I mean, not for small groups. A few. You go to Carlion to get ganked? Not really. I think red zone ganking is on the decline because the juicy targets move during bandits with a 80-man like bank run. And obviously then you've got the Reb system to contend with, which isn't too bad. And I wonder how long I can just like What can I
One
do
of-
to like
One of the
get
most
ganked,
common
I
things I
wonder?
see in gankers is Graveguard chest on the control, and then or on the catch,
Yeah.
and then either assassin or actually the fiend robe. No, wait, is that called
Yeah.
the fear one?
Yeah, the fiend robe.
Yeah, because the fiend robe isn't really used in anything else other than like
2v2s. It's used in 2v2s.
I guess,
It's quite common.
yeah.
In Hellgates, yeah, it's still reasonably strong. But fun fact, the Graveguard armor, you can block the pull with your helmet if you're on a soldier helm. So you have to wait a little bit because it doesn't activate instantly. But if you block it, you don't get pulled. You got to pass the Lupac ganking quiz. So I'm just going to kind of stand here on the road and see if anyone comes along. But any other like hints and tips you guys have got about ganking or any questions about getting ganked you want to go? This is like the Q&A time. Talking of which, we do have a Q&A show later. And you can join me for more helpful content on my stream 5 days a week, usually starting around maintenance time every day on the EU server. What is Lupac? Everybody asks, what is Lupac? Nobody asks.
How is Lupac? Oh,
How is Lupac?
Oh.
Why is Lupac? Who is Lupac? I will give them a chance to gank me, right? I'll just stand on the road looking
Do you
kind
want
of
to go
dumb.
into
Maybe
a
gather
road
some
of
logs.
Avalon and maybe look at the avenue there, the options you have there? Because I think there's one or two
What,
things.
to escape?
Yeah, like specifics of if you're moving through that maybe and you're escaping from gankers.
That's the guy's a gatherer. Yeah, I mean, basically, if you're trying to escape gankers and you dip into a road of Avalon, there's two options. One, they don't bother chasing you, which is quite common. Or two, they try to chase you. That's a ganker-ish, but right now he's on a transport run. You can tell by the stack of 10 potions and 10 food. Nobody gangs with 10 foods. Lupac is fine. Thank you for asking. When is Lupac? Oh, look at all these guys. Oh, these are some gankers, are they?
No, that looks like
This guy's silenced from the portal. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Wait, maybe they're doing this gold chest. That could be fun. Let's have a look.
I mean,
Let's have a
that
look.
healer doesn't look
Could
like
be
a hero.
memes. No. He
that
looks like
looks
he's
like-
actually,
oh.
yeah. Look at these guys. Oh, look, they've got some friends.
Maybe they're contesting
the
the
car is-
core.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait.
What are they doing? Oh, he hit me with a badon. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, let's see. First thing we want to see is if any of them have calming potions or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and chill inside here and just be cool. Oh, no. Oh, no, I ran into a dead end. What am I going to do? Oh, no. Help me, guys. Help me, guys. I ran into a dead end. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm so sad here. They're going to dive me, aren't they? Oh, they're going to dive me right now. Okay, maybe they are, actually. Who knows?
Oh boy, they got you.
Oh,
No,
oh, did he though? Did he though?
No,
Did he though?
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, shit.
Nice. Oh, I might go down here possibly. So they always do like one thing before though. They don't auto you straight away. Oh, he got the kill there. Unfortunate. They got kind of messed up though. So the one thing about Avalonian mobs, when you're using Avalonian mobs to escape, one thing you need to know about all Avalonian mobs is they will do a ground attack before an auto attack. So they are fantastic to kite through, honestly. They're so good to kite through.
I mean,
Every time there's gankers, those weren't gankers. Those guys were PvEing. They just saw the opportunity to gank me, right? But once again, if I chose not to interact with them, those guys are never catching me because of the build. We chose to like run into a mob camp and have some fun, but you don't die to those guys, right? I could have just 180'd and run back. Like I said, we're just trying to have some fun with the calming potions now. But stuff like that, if you follow the basics and have an appropriate build, you can't die to them. Don't run into the mob camp, dismount, and start throwing calming potions. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that is not the play. Like we're talking, if you want to escape, you do what we did earlier, right? You just use all your mobility, you outplay them, and you escape. a few transport as well. Let's go see if we can get ganked. One more. We'll go one more time out the front. I don't need to buy anything.
What
really.
would be your amount if you're transporting actually? Like what's the difference there?
Depends on the value, right?
Mhm.
If it's an expensive set, then probably a gallon horse, maybe.
Mhm.
If it's a cheap set, then I don't know. Actually, I don't know what I would go for. If it was a cheap set. Good question, to be honest.
Are you transporting much these days, or
Not on my
you-
own, really. Not on my own.
yeah?
Usually do it as part of like a guild transport or something. So, like if I move sets, I use a gallon horse because I have a lot, but I also, I have higher than the average person's budget as well, right?
Mhm.
But the 4 days of Hellgate wins will do that. I made like 50 million or something in 4 days.
You were winning a lot though, right?
Yeah, we didn't lose in 4 days.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Alright.
we won every single fight for 4 days straight. It was crazy.
All right, cursed.
Doesn't matter now because I got my journal done. I don't care if I lose now. The infamy sweat is over and I can have fun.
Wow.
I'll show you the best skip build come Asia. Mate, there's like 31 to 50 people in here, so hopefully we can find something. It looks like there's a gang group down here. Let's see if we can get one for the
There's two
road.
blobs
Don't
north
have
of
an
the
invis
door.
spot this time. There's a blob on the move, yeah. Oh, this is a M3R ganker. Okay, these guys are no, this is not. What is that build with the ice block? Wait, that's a weird build. Soul Scythe, Armor of Valor. What is going on in this zone? I'm so confused right now.
Is it raid time?
So confused right now. Oh yeah, it's CTA time. Okay.
It's 16. Are you in the 16 zone?
Yeah, look like a noob and gankers won't touch you is completely wrong. Right? that is not the one. Oh, look at these guys. Look, this is a gang squad right here. Look at this. Oh baby, you can do it, guys. You can do it, gang squad. Look at these guys. This is the sort of gang squad that you should be avoiding easily, right? They're
ulti
4 4-1, 5-1. Yeah. Oh man, this poor guy. They're about to get clapped by a ZVZ force. I don't think they realize. They're about to get clapped by a ZVZ force now. Unfortunately. I'm gonna just mind my own business here. It's about to go down. Yeah. Doesn't really affect me because none of them are gonna bother with me. But yeah, those guys are literally in flat 4, right? Those guys are literally in flat 4. And they nearly took down the 6-3 guy, right? Oh, here's another load. Here's another load of these dudes. Wow, look at this.
I mean, these guys are looking at the world map. They're seeing there's an attack, right? And then they're assuming that there is fights around us, and they're trying to pick off singles that are stray or whatever. Oh boy. Oh
boy. Yeah, but I mean, this is why most of these guys will just like communicate that they're in trouble and they'll help each other, right? I should maybe have ganged that guy there. He was probably kind of free, low-key. There's another blob coming. The other thing you can do is like rat other people's fights on an escape set, right? Try and grab a little bit of free loot if you can get in and out nice and quick. I want to see what this other blob is. Maybe there's a fight we can join in on. Oh no. Nice. I got your loot, bro. You better be careful. I got all your loot there. Unlucky. This guy's going for it. Wow, there's these guys, loads of these guys, bro. Disarray. You probably shouldn't just launch into a disarray group, right? But that would give me one final thing, right? That is a very common tactic that people fall for, even in the top guilds, Bogle, right? See all these nerds out here in flat 4 and stuff, right? What these guys will do is they will try and like, when you're going back from your ZVZ, oh my God, really, bro? Really, bro? Come on, you can do better than that, son. What they'll try and do is they will try and like, when you're running back from ZVZ, they'll just annoy you in flat 4, right? And they'll try and bait one of your guys or a few of your guys into just killing them just to get you out the way, which will make you outlawed. And then you can't zone into town. And then the whole guild has to wait for you to go in. And they just keep on coming in flat 4. And you keep having to deal with them. And eventually someone makes a mistake, loses their ZVZ set, and those guys get paid. Because they're risking like 5,000 a time, Bogle. I don't think they even come out with a horse most of the time. They just walk out and do that stuff. Is YOLO Mouse bannable? That's the cursor one. It gives you a different cursor look, right? Is it bannable? I don't think so. But don't like take my word for that. Sure.
For this kind of stuff, you would ask support directly, and they should have an answer for you. So either make a ticket or write an email.
If in doubt, then, as I said, don't engage those flat 4 guys, even if you can easily take them out, because usually they want you to become outlaw or in combat, and then they can run at you with like loads more people. But let's see if there's any more gankers left to try it. Where are those Tomb Hammer guys? Let's see if they can get a kill. Can they get the final kill of the show? Oh, there's a blob of nonsense here. There is a blob of nonsense going on here. So what we're going to do is we're not going to take any part in this, but we're going to just try and lose some people, right? And get out the door. I have no idea what we're witnessing now. I don't even know who I want to win. Should I just snipe a few of them, bro?
I don't think they're low enough for you to get one.
Not with that attitude, they're not, Bogle. Not with that attitude, they're not. Oh, they missed. Oh, they missed again. Oh, I'm invisible now. You got to be careful because the enemy's coming. Oh, yeah. See, look at this. I just chill, right? Just patience, stay calm, remount. And this guy can't hit me because he has cooldowns before I remount. See? No need to panic. No need to panic, guys. The calmer you are, the better your survival will be. And this fight's going to spill to the portal right now. And that's kind of funny because these guys, some of these guys are going to be outlawed and some are not. I don't really know what's going to happen here. They're trying to save this guy's flat 4 Tomb Hammer. I don't know why. All right, this guy's mine. Shonen, you're mine, bro. You best run. You best run for the hills.
Also
No. This guy's free. This guy's free.
Oh my god.
Yo, Shonen, come here, bro. Boom. See, freebie, lads. The Ganky becomes the ganker, chat. Now, the only thing is I've now outlawed myself for a little while. But yeah. Of course it's hard not to panic. But this is why, like I said, you've got to get in that habit of, oh, what's going on here? A dagger guy and stuff. You've got to get in that habit of just going out in crappy gear and trying to die, right? Like, it seems silly, but if you do that a few times... Wait, what's this? Little boss map here?
Yeah, like sort of testing out the limits with the gear set you will or want to lose is really helpful to get like a good rate of experience in the sense of that you know spell ranges, that you sort of get a feeling for cooldowns, that you sort of, you know, get a feeling for how much stuff will hit you for.
Yeah. One of the most important ones is identifying when you can mount up. Knowing when you can mount up is like one of the biggest skills you'll get, other than just generally learning to stay calm. The more you get ganked, the calmer you get. Yeah, kind of. Like everybody gets a little bit wild, like when they're being run down by 20 dudes. But as I pointed out earlier, I can't now zone, which is why I went deep into the zone rather than hung around at the entrance.
Have you ever tried to like gank or rat these kind of big fights yourself? Or is that...
Yeah. It's kind of, you don't really gang them. You just rat loot when you can. You can get a few million. I'm not really a fan of ratting, but sometimes I do it if there's nothing else going on or I want to make a bit of easy money. I mean, I didn't really make anything off that guy because he was in flat 4. This is what I mean. These guys they just hang around the portal door, absolutely no risk, and try and bait people into getting themselves outlawed, right? There's another hammer, man. But like, even if this guy tomb hammers me, it won't do anything. What he's doing? Even if he tomb hammers me, it won't do anything because of my cape. So I kind of want him to do it. Oh, well, there's some stuff. Oh, what these guys are doing. Oh, there's the other tomb hammer boy. Yeah, tomb hammer me, bro. Come on, man. Let's somebody tomb hammer me so I can demonstrate the power of the 4 Sterling cape. Here we go. Ready? Tomb hammer me, bro. You can do it. You can do it, bro. Come on. Come on, I'll make it nice and easy for you. Do you know what? They're probably concerned that I'm allowing it. They probably assume I'm about to like, you know. Oh, what all these tomb hammers, bro? Is anyone gonna do it?
Why are
Is
there
anyone gonna
3
do
of
it?
them? Like, is
I
that
don't know.
such a catch? I don't.
Is this like Shozen's cousin, Shonen? It's like Timu Shozen. Oh, the same gear level, right? That's about Shozen's IP.
Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, look at this guy.
Oh,
This
that's
guy's
what they're
going
here for.
in.
Let's go.
Yeah, but this is actually what they want, by the way. This is actually what they want, low key. Is like one guy to go on them and get outlawed. Because now I mean, he's actually probably gonna hold his own quite well with the what you call it. Oh god, am I really gonna get stuck in again with this?
I mean, the guy's getting dangerously.
This guy is crazy. Like he's risking a lot for this, to be honest. And now he's outlawed himself by hitting me, by the way, so he can't actually go to safety anymore. Like this is like a real bad decision by this fella.
Oh no.
I had to wait for the Gigantify to end annoyingly. I actually don't really have the IP to execute him easily here.
Oh no.
Yeah, see that? I mean, he's still dead, but I didn't get the loot annoyingly. But I know that guy was crazy. I don't know why he would risk his set for the flat 4s, but this is exactly what these guys want, right? This is exactly what these guys are hoping for, is people get themselves into these silly combat situations with, you know, what did he have? 4-3, you know, they probably had like, I don't know, say $500,000 on him for a couple of guys that are worth 30k. And he just, that's exactly why you got to be careful with these guys around the portal. And I think that was a good time to conclude this learning session, right? You've learned a lot about the ganking ecosystem, about knowing your limits, about pushing them, about staying calm. Hopefully where gankers hang out, how they operate, things to look out for. You learn about Force City Overload. So, you know, have we got one more code to give away?
We do, actually, yeah.
So press X in chat if you learned something today. And put a 0 in chat if you learned nothing today and you knew all of it already because you're amazing. Either way, you'll be entered into the giveaway. I'm glad you guys show up, and I'm glad you like these learning shows. I think they're quite a valuable show for the community. You didn't learn anything, Bogle. Not even Force City Overload True. Did you already know about that?
I had to pull the power move from Albion Online, man. Like, I had to. But I actually learned something, yeah.
What did you learn? Did you learn anything other than that?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. Not even that you can block Purge with Soldier's Helm? Did you already know that?
I was supposed to know that. You were supposed to know that, but did you know that, bro? Yeah. It's a good refresher on how things work. All right, let's draw this code.
There you go.
Let's draw this code.
All right, so we're going to get a winner from you guys in chat. We'll do another learning show tomorrow, same time. Elytris should be back. But don't worry, we got more going on today. We got War Report. We got War Report. We got a Q&A later. I think there's a PvP show. All the usual stuff for AlbionTV, so keep it locked. Thank you, Bogle, for producing for me today so that we can bring you this content. And as always, thank you, lovely guys. You know, we had a really active chat today, Bogle, as well, didn't we? Which was nice. It was great having you guys. It was great fun. Remember, you can follow me and Bogle on Twitch for other Albion content as well. Our channel's in the link. Message me on a Discord DM. They sometimes go through, they sometimes don't. Leggy messaged me and said, Sana, can I say skibbity toilet on the official Albion stream? Well, there you go. I just did, I guess. I just did. So the boys will be back in like an hour and a half, I think, with the War Report.
Yeah.
Are we bringing the show down then?
Yeah, I have to do some other stuff. I can keep it up.
Man, I need to come up with another show for the rest of the filling, don't I? So that we can just keep it up the whole time. I need to come up with another awesome content. How about
have to go for
Lupac reads angry DMs from the community or something? Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Best of ganker rage or getting ganked and being angry rage compilation. I don't know. All right. Thank you for hanging out, guys. Congrats to Jessic for the win there. Give us a message. Lupac reads chat bans, maybe. I'll be back later on for the Q&A show. Have a great rest of your day, afternoon, morning, noon, and night, wherever you are. And thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see you again in an hour or so. Bye-bye.
Bye.